Good morning and thanks for joining us for news updates at 10. You're with me, Tanya and Zumara. Pope Francis on Monday addressed students and staff of the Pontifical Latin American College studying and living in Rome, encouraging them to ask Our Lady of Guadalupe to help us in our journey of discipleship apostolate to which the Lord calls us, and to accompany us in the vital itinerary of going and returning that starts from Jesus to the brethren and then returns with the brethren to meet Jesus. Speaking of the years of formation, studies spent in Rome while living in community of the college, the Holy Father said this experience marks a time of grace that the Lord grants to deep information, not only at the intellectual and academic level, but also in experiencing the richness and diversity of the universal church. He also recalled how this richness and diversity characterizes the peoples of Latin America, to whom they will return in shepherding the flock entrusted to them, underscoring their pastoral sensitivity and outreach, calling them to be always pastors of the people. European Union Ambassador to Malawi, Rune Skinibash, says devaluation of a currency does not work in countries like Malawi. Making the remarks in Luntha during a media interaction with journalists in the southern region, Skinibash said he is of the view that devaluation aims at encouraging exports, but Malawi has few commodities to export. In May this year, the Reserve Bank of Malawi devalued the Malawi kwacha by 25% in a bid to give it its true value and align it with the trends then. Passport applicants in Mzimba and several other districts will have to wait a little longer before they can process their documents, as the Immigration Department is yet to identify a new passport supplier. As part of efforts to decentralize its operations last year, the department came up with plans to include Mzimba, Kasungu, Salima and Chifwawa offices as passport printing centers, but despite production slated to start early this year, it has been observed that the processes have not yet commenced. According to national spokesperson for the Immigration Department, Pasquale Zulu, this is the case as they are waiting for the identification of a new passport supplier following the termination of a contract with Technobrain Global. Senior Resident Magistrate Court in Blantyre has adjourned to the 20th of January 2023 as the day it will commence a trial in a case where a police officer, Emmanuel Palavi, is being accused of defiling 6 street-connected girls. When he appeared in court yesterday in Blantyre, the accused was charged with 7 counts, including the counts of defilement and sexual assault, among others. The accused, who is currently on bail, has since denied all the charges, and the state is expected to parade 9 witnesses in the case. Palavi was arrested in September this year following revelations that arose from a focus group discussion after the Center for Human Rights Education Advice and Assistant CREA held an interface with street-connected children. Police in Kawale are keeping in custody a 42-year-old Alec Perry for allegedly being found in possession of a live pangolin. Confirming the arrest, which took place during the evening of November 28, 2022 in Natenjeng, Kawale Police spokesperson Sergeant Mavudo Perry has disclosed that the suspect has been charged with illegal possession of specimen of listed species and government trophies contrary to the Section 110 subsection B of National Parks and Wildlife Act. According to Sergeant Perry, on this material day, Kawale police detectives were tipped by members of the public that the said suspect had in his possession and was offering for sale the prohibited animal in Kawale. Following the information, Kawali detectives posed themselves as potential buyers, and after discovering that he has hidden a live pangolin in a sack, they revealed their true identity and arrested him. The suspect is set to appear before court after the completion of paperwork. In international news, the World Health Organization (WHO) has announced a new preferred name for the monkeypox virus, saying it would refer to it as Mpox. The WHO said it had received complaints that the current name was racist and stigmatizing, and that after consultations with experts, Mpox would be used simultaneously with monkeypox for 1 year. Thereafter, monkeypox would be phased out. The WHO urged other medical organizations and the media to adopt the new name as well. And that's about what we had time for in this edition of our news updates at 10. But do stay tuned to Luntha TV as we bring you more news updates and for the rest of our programs. My name is Tandy Wimzumara. Good morning.